Hello everyone, and welcome to Antimatter.
Hello everyone, my friends. Today I'll introduce you to Z-Image in ComfyUI and show you how to generate realistic and 3D images, as well as fantasy art, using a local neural network on your own computer. So, let's begin. As you can see, I have a workflow open with a block for image description. It can be conveniently turned on and off. This is JoyCaption Alpha, a module that can take any image and create a prompt for it. Another very useful feature of this module is the system prompt. We can give the model specific instructions, and it will describe the image exactly the way we need. I made this block so it can be quickly enabled or disabled during work. On the right, we have the prompt blocks. Here we have positive prompts and one node with a negative prompt. The positive prompts can be turned on and off for convenience. And most importantly, in the end, they are all combined into one general prompt. We can create a description using the image description block and then add something of our own. In the final stage, all of this is combined into one prompt, which then goes into the generation process. Let's look at this using a specific workflow example where I connected the JoyCaption module for image description. As you can see, here we can select the model for description, choose the token length, and also write system prompts. We can also enable the keep in memory option so the model does not reload every time. The final description will appear right here. I also added 3 prompt blocks. All of them are connected into one final prompt. This is convenient because you can quickly turn individual parts of the prompt on and off for easier and faster generation. For example, we take this animated girl in a yellow dress. Using the image description block, we ask the model to create a description not for an anime girl, but for a realistic girl, while preserving her appearance from the reference image as much as possible. As we can see, the result is a realistic girl in a very similar dress and with fox ears. We can also turn this block on and off right here. When we disable it and enable other prompts that we took from the internet, we generate a different girl, this time in a cyberpunk style, sitting on top of a skyscraper. Here is my node, which I wrote myself. You can install it through the manager by simply typing antimatter. What does it do? It helps you quickly choose the image resolution you need without writing these values manually. We also use a node to save the workflow separately from the image. As we can see, we got a fairly realistic girl with drones flying around her. Now let's look at the controls of my node. We selected the From Preset mode and set the resolution to Full HD. Here you can also choose Portrait or Landscape mode. If you select from Manual, you can enter your own values manually. For example, 1216 by 1216 to get a square image in a 1:1 format. We also connected one LoRA, light texture. It helps improve the light textures that fall on objects. The LoRA can be turned on and off by setting the value from 0 to 1. For example, if we set the value to 0, it will be disabled. Here is what we got. Now let's enable From Preset, choose 720 for faster generation, and switch to Landscape mode. Let's see what result we get. We go into the subgraph to watch the generation process in real time, and this is very convenient. As we can see, Z-Image handles Landscape mode very well. We can also control the camera. I added a separate block that can be conveniently turned on and off right here. In this block, we can set the rotation mode. Rotate the camera left or right up to 180 degrees. There is also vertical control up and down. A negative value gives us a lower camera angle, while a positive value gives us an upper camera angle. We can also set the depth of field and the focal length of the lens. Here, for example, we have the prompts for this girl. As you can see, they are all connected into one final prompt. You can see it right here in the final prompt node, which outputs everything we write in these blocks. But to be honest, camera control in Z-Image does not work perfectly. This module performs better with the Flux model, which we will talk about in the next video. Still, let's test it and see what happens. We will change the values somewhat randomly and see whether it affects the image. We change the rotation to -72 degrees and also change the height. As we can see, during generation the camera angle changed slightly, but not as strongly as we set it in the settings. This is especially noticeable with the height, where the change should have been stronger. So let's disable this module. Now let's enable the description block and try to turn the realistic girl into a 3D character in a Disney or Pixar style. What are we going to do for this? We will take a separate text node, duplicate it, enable the new node, and write different system prompts. This way we do not delete the previous version and can quickly return to it if needed. And here is what we get. We received a cute 3D character that can easily be animated and used as the basis for a small animated film. This is something we will try to do in the next videos. Now let's change the seed to a fixed one so we can see how other parameters affect the result with the same seed. What do we see? The girl changed slightly, but not dramatically. In the prompt block, we will add a few more parameters to improve the quality. Unreal Engine, best quality, best 3D render. Let's render it again. We will also set the sampler to 32 steps to get more detail. And here is what we have. The image improved a little and the quality became more professional. Let's continue. The camera angle changed slightly, and the girl herself also changed a little, but not too much, because we fixed the seed. Now let's enable camera control and try changing the rotation and height. Here is what we got. In general, it worked quite well. We received the same girl, but now she is shown from the back. Of course, all of this could also be described with prompts, but this module significantly speeds up the process of controlling the character and the camera angle. Let's continue. Now let's generate a creepy and at the same time fantasy-style artwork inspired by Japanese aesthetics. It looks something like the face of a fox or a wolf, and it has the appearance of a mask. What do we need for this? We take the prompts that I wrote in advance. You will also be able to find them under this video and use them in your own workflow. As we can see, the level of detail is simply impressive. The cracks on the face look especially good. What do we do next? Let's generate it again with a different seed. The image will be slightly different from the previous one because the seed is generated randomly. And once again, we received a nice detailed image, but let's try to make the quality even better. First, we will choose landscape mode and see how the model works in it. As we can see, the result turned out really great, but the quality is still missing a little bit. What can we change in the prompts? Let's try to create another version of this creature. We will simply copy the prompts and paste them into ChatGPT. After that, we will insert the new prompt into a free module and disable the previous prompt block. As we can see, the face has changed and now it looks a little different. But let's still try to improve the quality. We will change the sampler to the one that gives better image quality. Now we will insert the prompts generated through ChatGPT, where we created the image of a scary mouse. You can generate any other creature simply by asking your AI assistant to do it. As we can see, this sampler added a more professional and detailed look. Let's try one more time and make a version in the shape of a bunny, and here is what we have. This is a mask with purple eyes, made in approximately the same style as the previous versions, but now it is a rabbit. Well, at least it resembles one. In my opinion, the result turned out fantastic, and what is interesting is that all of this can be animated and turned into video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Antimatter.
This is exactly what we will work on in the next videos. So if you are interested, go to the description under the video, download my workflow, and simply open it on your own computer. And do not worry if some nodes appear with red frames. This means you need to go into the manager, click Install Missing Custom Nodes, and install my Antimatter nodes, as well as any other nodes that are not installed yet. That's all for this video. I wish you all great prompts and cool renders. Don't forget to like this video and write in the comments what result you got.